Hey!
Spontaneously.
Hey, everybody. What's going on? Welcome to On the Block Sports Talk. You know what I'm saying? I got my man Stat in the building.
Yes, sir.
Got my man Mustafa.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Big Joe couldn't make it. He's out on business. My man Nigel, he's taking care of business. And Vinny Black, he's all over the world.
Vinny's always taking care of business.
He's always taking care of business. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, March Madness, man. Well, two teams got to the Sweet 16 today.
Yes.
Louisville getting ready to play, but UCLA was the first team. They won earlier today.
Over UAB.
Over UAB, this kid had 28 points. What's his name?
Yeah, was it Bryce Alfred?
Bryce, yeah.
Yeah, Tony Parker can't play well.
That's kid Parker.
Yeah, Parker.
He had 28 points, 12 rebounds.
Yeah.
So he definitely came to play. Some good games, man. Kentucky, Cincinnati was a good game for the first half.
Yeah.
Cincinnati was slowing the ball down, slowing the pace down, but Kentucky's just a little bit too much, man. Yeah. They got too many weapons.
Too much NBA talent.
NBA talent.
Yeah, too much.
Definitely. You think that how many of those got from the 10 players you think go to the NBA?
10.
At
You
least,
think all 10?
at least 10 of them.
Really?
Yeah, at least 10 of them NBA material.
10.
Whether or not they be starting is another question.
Well,
But
you just gotta get in there. You
Yeah.
know, that's the bottom line. You know.
They're definitely 10 deep for NBA pros.
But it was good. It was a good first half, and then UK definitely showed their dominance in the second half with their big men and everything. But hey, you know, you think they'll go undefeated? You gotta see though, right?
I'm going for Kentucky to do it, to pull it out. But you never know, because Cincinnati played hard, or scrappy, making big shots, playing hard, being aggressive. So that team, whoever makes big shots, make about 3-pointers, could do it.
I want to see somebody get the lead on them. Get a nice lead and see how Kentucky reacts. Then
coming from behind, right?
From behind. You know?
Has they ever came from behind recently?
Yeah.
There's been a
Against LSU though, right?
LSU against, I think it was Arkansas early in the season.
But they wasn't behind no big double digits.
Right,
Nothing like
five
that, though.
to 1 point.
Five,
so you don't just want them to be behind. You want a challenge.
Right, I want to see them down 15, 16 points though.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Noticeably, they've been starting off slow.
Yeah.
Throughout the tournament, throughout the last couple of games, they've been starting out slow. So I think you got to jump on them as soon as possible, though. You know what I'm saying? But it's tough, man. Like you said, they got NBA talent throughout. You know,
Second team is like
the second team was like a first team.
Yeah, exactly. Well said.
I like the fact that the circuitry amongst in Kentucky is excellent. It's like they have good circuitry. There's good ball movement. It's not one person trying to make the play. You know what I mean? It's a team effort making the play.
Effort, yeah. You know what they gathered into to what Calipari is doing. You know,
he's teaching them.
He's teaching them. And right.
Some coach should be proud of.
Whatever he's selling, whatever he's selling them is working.
He's some coach.
Whatever he's selling them is definitely working. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good tournament. We got some good games tonight, though. Some real good games tonight. My man Stats team, Georgetown plays.
Yeah. We playing
Utah.
Utah.
That's a 7:45 start.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Georgetown chance? Actually, they're favored going into it, right?
We're favored,
But
but
it's 4 and 5 seeds though. 4 and 5 seeds.
It's
That's a close game.
It's kind of even. It's kind of a road game for us because Utah ain't too far from Portland, Oregon. To tell you the truth.
Right.
But if we shoot well, we have a good chance. I feel better because our offense up and down. As far as our offense, if Joshua Smith, I said, stays in the game, no cheap fouls, then we have a chance. But Utah's long. They got depth. They got a lot of big guys. So the key to us is having our center stay on the court. No cheap fouls.
Who's the player that you think is going to be the impact for your team?
Our best player is Devontae Smith-Rivera. The point guard, shooting guard. And for Utah, you got a kid named Delonte. I forgot the last name, but he's awesome. 6'5". He's a pro kid. He's a pro point guard. 6'5", long, lanky. So I guess the team who shoots a high percentage or make these shots will win the game.
Well, both of them have similar records. Utah was 25 and 8 throughout the year. Georgetown 22 and 10.
Right.
So this is this is a gimme game. It's an up and down game. You don't know who
You have no idea.
Have no idea, but
Also,
it's be a good game though. You know what I'm saying? I hope Georgetown pulls it out.
Right.
But what I noticed between the two teams is that a lot more peripheral shooting has been employed in the game tactic,
Yeah.
which is great. You know what I mean? Before it's like more or less college players used to concentrate on going to the basket. Now you're seeing a lot more 3-pointers, a lot more peripheral shots around the paint.
Well, you know, you got to make those shots. You got to make those outside shots because they clog up the middle and they're playing zone. They stack the zone. You know what I'm saying? So they make you make jumpers. You make jumpers, your inside game will start working though too. You know what I mean?
And it's highly needed in the NBA too as well. I mean, you know, in the NBA you're seeing more players like you know, Stephon Curry, who's taking the outside shots more and more, making it become more popular.
He's a pure shooter.
Yeah, he's just a pure shooter.
Right. He's a pure shooter.
And I think the NBA likes that a little bit more. So I think shooters will go well in this year coming up, you know, for the draft.
Definitely. Also, Arizona's playing Ohio State though.
Yeah, they're about early in the game.
Yeah, right. Bill Clinton already talking about the Arkansas Razorbacks
Yeah,
and Hawks.
Him and Jerry Jones.
Big shout out to Bill Clinton.
Arizona's a good team. They're 32 and on 3.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go for Ohio State.
Why not?
Why not?
That's the
You
size.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, they definitely big.
They got to shoot the ball well though.
I'm gonna go for Ohio State, even though Arizona's a damn good team though.
Right.
I got them going to like my final 8 actually. Really, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go for the upset today though. For some reason, that's tough. Xavier.
Yeah, Big East.
They playing well.
Yeah, they're playing Georgia State.
Georgia
on the
State.
road right now, out of nowhere.
But I think that their time's ended though. They got a couple upsets already. They're 14th ranked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Xavier's ranked 6th in this conference over here. I think Xavier pulls away. I think they're the more dominant team. Though.
Yeah, Big East
Big
conference.
fans are definitely want to doubt though.
Right.
Another good game also is North Carolina State playing Villanova. Villanova
Ooh.
is very good this year though.
Oh yes. But State matches very well with Villanova. Villanova is a small squad.
Right.
You know, they got 2 guys, 6'8", 6'7", playing center part forward. When NC State got a kid named Benji Albani, I think the name is. But they got a lot of front guys on the front line. You know, 6'10", 6'11", 6'9", who go up against Villanova.
Villanova's
They
quick.
have
They
the
don't
guards,
tell
too.
okay, because they're guard oriented.
Right.
Guard orientated.
Exactly, Villanova for sure.
But Villanova's good this year. Really good this year.
Yes, they are.
They only lost 2 games. I didn't know they was that good until like the middle of the season. I started watching some of the games. I was like, damn, they're balling.
Yeah.
They're balling. You know,
College by guard these days. College, you have good guards, you go far.
definitely,
You go far in college.
definitely. UNC plays Arkansas tonight. Also, that's at 8:40.
Yeah.
That's a good game.
Up and
North
down
Carolina,
game.
North Carolina. You know, I'm definitely gonna go for North Carolina in this game though. But that's up in the air too because Arkansas is just as good as North Carolina.
Right.
You got a 4 and you got a 5 seed playing. That can go anywhere.
Yeah, they pretty much evenly matched.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Same
Yeah.
time play, run gun.
I'm just going North Carolina just because
Right.
you know
It's
I'm
Carolina.
watching it for years.
Truthfully,
Carolina,
don't ask you to make a decision, but you're going for North
Right,
Carolina.
exactly. You know what I mean? I wouldn't bet on this game. You know what I mean? But I'm just taking North Carolina though because Arkansas is definitely capable of pulling this game out without a doubt. And the latter game is Butler plays Notre Dame.
Great game.
Now watch out for Butler today though.
Yeah.
Watch out for Butler.
Why not?
Even though Notre Dame's a very good team, you know what I'm saying? But watch out for Butler because for some reason tournament time Butler's always been playing well.
Right.
You know, except for last year they got bumped early, but prior to that though,
He played well.
they've been playing well though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
They
the
like
other
them
day,
to the
you know,
level.
Notre Dame played a fantastic game.
Well,
They
Notre
held
Dame's
on
a
to
good
the lead.
team though.
Yeah.
They held on to the lead.
Held
It was a
on.
tight game. It's one of those. You remember we had, I believe it's 5 1-point decisions.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
yeah. So that's competition is fierce this time of year.
What team was it that the Suns
Georgia
played?
State.
Georgia State.
Yes.
That's who's
Mercer,
playing.
Ron Mercer's son.
That's who's playing Xavier tonight.
Right. Right. It's hit a 30-footer.
Yeah. See my man fell
That's
off
all
the chair.
net. That's all
I
net.
was on there.
All net.
Fell off the chair. That was hilarious. Though. That was hilarious.
Everybody like that off.
That was hilarious. That was more hilarious than the damn shot to me. That was more exciting than the shot. Father falling off the chair though. But listen, what kind? That's an awesome moment. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
man.
You raise your kid, that backyard. You know how many times
Yeah.
practice that shot? 3, 2, 1 with your pops the coach. Make that shot to win an NCAA game. That's what dreams are made of, man.
Yeah.
Dreams
First,
are
you don't really get a chance to look at your kid as your son that time. You're looking at him as a player that accomplished something.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so it's a good feeling, man.
That's an excellent feeling. And maybe that will carry them over though. We'll see though. We'll see. I don't know. Xavier's tough though. But
Yeah. Team like that, you can't let them hang close. You know, because he's ain't close to get
Right,
confidence,
right.
stuff like that. You know, ain't
Right.
making wild shots, stuff like that. You don't want that.
So is anybody's their chart?
My Final Four still good. You know, I have Kentucky, I have Arizona, I have Villanova. I don't have Duke. I have Duke losing to Georgetown.
I got yeah, they have to play Georgetown, right? They have to play if they get there.
Right.
But I definitely got Duke.
That was a no-brainer.
Yeah, right, exactly. That bracket there, left alone that bracket there. I got 3 and 4.
Speaking of Duke, I don't know if anybody watched the other night, but the other night I was up watching I hate Christian Laettner 30 for 30.
Yeah, I missed that.
So-
I heard very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Bad boy Christian Laettner.
Bad boy Christian
Yeah,
Laettner.
right.
Great college player.
Great college player. Wasn't a good pro though, but great college player. One of the top 10 best ever?
Yes, for sure.
As
For
far as
Sure,
college,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
college,
definitely.
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 Off the bat.
Without
I'm
question.
still hurt about G-Time over the beat G-Time or Matumbo morning. Y'all played Alonzo that game. I was hurt.
He got played a lot. He got played a listen. Christian Laettner, listen. The 4 years he was there, they went to the Final Four 4 times. They won 2 national championships.
Can't beat that.
Can't beat that, man. You know what I mean? Can't beat that.
I mean, what was so lacking about him in the pros? You know what I mean? It's like I couldn't recall why he didn't continue his celebrityism in the pros.
Well, you know why?
what I'm saying?
Because being, you're not a celebrity in the pros.
Yeah, everybody's a high school and college law star.
And
in the
plus, I
pro.
don't know, maybe at the time the competition and playing the big men. Because who did he get drafted by? Minnesota, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
He got drafted by Minnesota. Maybe he just couldn't,
didn't have that much help in Minnesota. You know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys are great college players, but very poor, pro players.
Yeah, but you the way he played this college game and the way he was coached by Coach K and that system, you thought he would be a really good pro because he was one of the college players at the time with the Dream Team
Yeah,
when he first came out. So you thought that would carry him over into the pros to be a better player. Though.
yeah, they ran similar pro-like plays
But
too.
it didn't though. But like Theo said, there's a lot of college players that's great college players, but when they get to pro, then.
But I mean, he
That's
was
good,
highly.
Yeah.
It was high. It was kind of like an upset or a disappointment.
Look at Pro Washington.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that
that's
hurt
my
me.
man, Brooklyn.
Pro
You know what I'm
Washington.
saying, Pro.
Pro Washington.
Yeah.
Look at Walter Berry.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ralph Sampson. Even though Ralph Sampson.
Ralph Sampson, he's a pretty good pro though.
Yeah,
He wasn't a great pro,
Right.
but he was a pretty good pro. Though.
Right, right.
Journey Pro.
He wasn't in 99 because he only how many teams he played with 2?
He played with 2, but injuries derailed him.
Right.
In
Yeah.
his career, 7'4", skinny, frail.
Yeah, that's what it was though. Yeah.
Feet, ankles.
But him and Elijah won at the time though. And
Was
Houston,
devastating.
that was
Remember that
awesome.
shot?
Yeah.
He caught the air and threw it
Yeah,
backwards
yeah,
against the
yeah.
Lakers.
Against the
Yeah,
Lakers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Highlight moments, man. We gotta go to the clip.
Definitely.
Definitely. But yeah, man. So Final Four. I got Duke there. Also Kentucky, Villanova, and
Arizona, no?
I'm thinking Arizona. I got when I filled out my sheet before.
Right.
I got it on. I think I took Arizona though.
Mm.
But there's always that upset there in the making though. I don't know who.
Yeah.
But
The guy Iowa State lost Thursday night against UAB.
right. Okay.
And Iowa State was, I guess, projected to beat Kentucky.
Yes,
Let alone go
yes.
to the Final Four. So
What happened to Wisconsin? Did they win yesterday?
yeah, they won this.
Okay. Okay. That's one team I think that can challenge Kentucky also though, because they're big.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're long, they're physical. But like you said, Kentucky's 10 deep though. So we'll see though. We'll see. You
It's
know?
college hoop, like that.
College hoops.
UAB beats Iowa State, who's like a very high seed and favorite. Then UAB lose by 22 or UCLA team, who was arguably should be in the playoffs, should be in the tournament.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what I've noticed throughout the years in college basketball. A lot of these top-ranked schools, like I'm not gonna say Duke, but a couple of these other schools where they got these guys in there. They're only there for 1 year, 2 years,
Yeah.
and then you play. You got another school like say Georgia State,
Mhm.
who got 5 seniors on their team
Right.
playing against younger kids though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who's only been there for a little while, and
Yeah,
that's when you get those
yeah.
upsets too, because you got a lot of 4 seniors, 5 seniors on that team
Right.
that's been to the tournament before, that's played 4 years in college ball, as opposed to the younger players who's just really nice, just raw talent though.
Yeah, just
you know
running
what I'm
it.
saying? So that happens a lot in college basketball though. So you get that 1 seed going up against that 8th seed, or that 2 seed going up against that 7th seed. Really doesn't make a difference though. It all depends on how they play and how they coach though throughout the years though. So Yeah, that's it for college basketball. For now, for now until until the show's over. And I know my man Stat is all about Georgetown. So we're gonna make this all about Georgetown moment though. We got any Georgetown flashbacks? What?
Nah, not really. The last 5 years we got embarrassed, man. We've been one and done, by lower seeds and team never heard of before. So
y'all lost to Florida.
We started off with Steph Curry embarrassing us with Davidson. A few years ago. So
right.
From there, went from Davidson to
Florida Gulf. I lost to Florida Gulf 2 years ago.
Florida Gulf last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
Last year. Yes, last 5 years we either one and done actually. Can't even make the Sweet 32.
So what this year y'all in the second round?
Yeah, but
second round.
We played Utah, who's a tough team. They got size and length and a good front line. So I feel good though. If we make a shot, we're gonna beat you.
Right.
We should beat Utah. I think we're better defensively.
I think y'all can beat Utah.
But they're better offensively than us.
Yeah, but
if we can make a shot, we'll be alright. They're better offense, better on defense.
how's your defense? Your defense better than
Defense is good. I think it's better than theirs. But we can make a shot, we'll be alright.
Zone and man, y'all play more basically man.
We do both.
Do both?
Yeah, we do both. We do both. But we have 2 freshmen starting. And maybe 4 freshmen starting in our rotation. So
Well, before being a freshman used to start before it used to be like there's a problem, but not no more though.
Right.
These freshmen come into the NCAA and they're really good though.
Very good. They're
Really
ready.
They're ready. They're ready. Not like before we had to sit them. You know what I mean?
St. John's lost last night.
I know. I watched that game.
I was pulling for them too.
They just didn't have enough though. The other team was longer.
Big man was going with Becca. Big man was going. He got suspended. For team violation.
That was recent too.
Yeah.
Is that if Nigel and Ben Joe was here, is that a can't be serious moment for that for Georgetown and that guy right there?
Oh, for him, yeah. For him,
definitely.
You can't violate team rule.
Probably take a great portion of that money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Civil suits. And thank God now with the Son of Sam law.
Pay well. Advance your university, advance your brand.
And he failed the drug test, correct?
Yeah. That's twice. He got suspended last month.
So yeah, you can't.
Yeah. I don't know what he's thinking about with that, man. You can't be serious.
Just say
that's
no for no. Just say no for now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what you get there to play for, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just you're letting down.
Probably take a great portion of that money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Civil suits. And thank God now with the Son of Sam law, you can't write a book to kind of recoup your money. So, it's just heinous, man. It's crazy.
Even Greg Hardy knew.
They have the same kind of policies, drug policies too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, now's the time to nip it, before it gets
Right.
out of control or whatever that you feel that
Well, when something like that happens, you already got a name for yourself. You're already under that radar, on that radar. You know what I mean?
As far as talent-wise, it'll drop off in the NBA.
Yes.
So he could adjust. So
Is he that good of a talent where they can overlook that and give
he
him
was a
chance?
very good defensive ball player. He'd come in there and be like a Baca with no offense.
Okay.
Yeah, he was impact. He was definitely impact.
Rebounds, defend. But right now, I said he's a head case right now. You can't trust off the court. So
Well, moving on to the NBA. Speaking of Ibaka and OKC.
Yeah.
OKC gets some devastating news yesterday about Kevin Durant being done for the season. With the foot injury.
Is he done for the
That's
season?
tough.
Is he
Yeah,
done for the season?
Done.
It's a foot, so
It's a foot, yeah. And Mustafa, I'm sure
Yeah, Ken knows.
you're a medical guy here. You know that that's tough. Just constantly playing on something like that or being able to deal with anything like that. Though.
Well, like basketball in comparison to any other sport, basketball is a vertical game, so you're constantly impacting up and down the weight of gravity, your body size. He probably had a bunch of micro fractures in his foot that got overlooked or that he played on and then finally just gave away.
Right.
A lot of players at his size that play at that level, they get stress fractures that's undetected. And the only way you're going to pick it up is when something catastrophic happens in this situation.
Well, he said he's removed from all basketball activities.
Yeah.
No timetable of return.
Plus, his body frame is he's tall, single foot, frail, long feet.
But he had this operation at the beginning of the season, just before the beginning of the season. Is this something that's a lingering thing, or he's a free agent after next year?
Right.
after next year? Does this hurt his chance of getting the money that he wants to get, or could an injury like this,
Nah,
could he
I
still
would
be the same player?
I would think. I don't think it would affect him because he's a shooter. You know what I mean?
He's a slasher also.
He's a slasher, but he's a hell of a shooter too. He's got the pistol. He can shoot like he needs to. He makes plays all around. So I don't think this will affect him that much. I think what's going to happen if he does go into free agency and any team pick him up, if he decides to leave, that he's going to have to readjust his game. You can't come back with the same verticals all the time. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to.
Doesn't that hurt him as being who he is though?
No, because he's not a selfish player. He always contribute to a team in passing. He's good at handling the ball. He's good at the assists. He's good at so many different things outside of just jumping up and down and making a dunk or making an impact layup.
Right.
So I just think that he can. He's one of the players that can come back and monopolize.
Still be the same player.
Still be the same player. It's just that I would take less vertical. Have him concentrate on gameplay, on plays that's when it's designed by him, that he doesn't have to make that much of an impact going towards the basket.
Well, he's done for the rest of the season.
Yeah, definitely.
So we can think about him for next year. But how about Russell Westbrook right now? Ooh. And does this really hurt OKC chances of getting to the playoffs though? Even though Russell Westbrook had one of them triple doubles last night, 36 points, 11 rebounds, 14 assists, but I don't think we can carry him on their own. And being that OKC is fighting for that 7th and 8th slot in the West, and plus Ibaka's out, I think that really hurts their chances. Though.
Yeah, it hurts their chances, but I mean, now's the time for Russell to say what he want to say. He always wanted to claim it as his team.
He is claiming. He is though.
And he is claiming.
He's holding them down.
He's holding them down as this
MVP candidate.
Stellar performance on every game, and he's the man right now.
It's another. I'm sorry. Oh, go ahead.
I just think that if now's the time, Russell, if you really want it that bad, now's the time to take it. When
he's doing it.
Yeah,
he's doing it for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Another player I'm a little disappointed with who can't stay healthy is Anthony Davis.
Oh,
He's constantly out, Stat. He's constantly out, man.
He had the same body structure as Durant, a simple foot and tall, lanky with big feet, man. Those guys, look at Yao Ming.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
They don't have, foot injuries all the time, man.
So the statistician just gave it a new diagnosis, the Yao Ming syndrome.
Yeah. Same body frame, they tall, lanky, long feet, man. After 4 or 5 years, they break down with the foot. But I think as far as OKC concerned, it's Russell's team right now.
Yeah.
It's to that point where you might as well say it's his team.
Even if Durant comes back?
Yeah, because he's shown to, take over games and be the focal point even when Durant came back. Even when Durant was first injured a year ago.
Right.
And he came back. He was still the man, carrying the team, carrying Durant.
So do you think he's okay? Let me throw this at you. So being that he's a free agent next year, correct?
Durant, right.
This year, Westbrook too.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you see him staying in OKC? Do you see him? I'm hearing reports that maybe he should come to New York and play with Carmelo.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Well, the league is guard driven right now. The league is guard driven. The Lillards and the Walls like that. But I see what it is. I have none already, so I don't need Durant. I have no guard. Nyland's great big point guard.
Well, Durant, we all know Durant's not. We all know Durant's not coming to New York.
Right.
But Westbrook could possibly come to New York because we always thought that Westbrook, being an LA guy, will go to the Lakers though.
Right.
Why not?
Which is possible. Which is possible.
Why not? You can wear all your fancy fashions and Fifth Avenue.
He can do that. and he can do that in LA too, though. And he can do that in LA too, though.
Ain't not like New York fashion, though.
But I would like to see him in New York, though, without a doubt.
Oh, for sure. We haven't had a great guard since Mark Jackson or Walt Frazier.
Walt Frazier, definitely. Michael Ray Richardson, them guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the league is guard heavy. Remember, the league is guard driven. It's all about that. All about having good guards in the league. So you do to have one, whether by draft or by Westbrook in 2 years.
What do you think about? This is kind of funny. What do you think about my man LeBron not wearing the headband no more?
Listen. One day he has no hair, one day he has hair. I don't know.
Well, you know what? When you got all the money that he has, you can make things happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's a billionaire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get these implants in there, and and make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and years ago, I had the opportunity to invest in Bosley hair for men, and I didn't take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Now you got Tom Brady, you got all these dudes coming back there at their headline. You know? Carlos Boozer. Yeah, man.
Definitely.
I'm telling you, that's the money making.
Yeah, that was a little thing I've noticed though lately. Like he doesn't wear the headband no more. Another player in the NBA who's trying to make a comeback, and I don't think he should play, is Paul George from the Indiana Pacers. I know Indiana's they're fighting for that 7th and 8th slot in the playoffs though, but I don't know, man. You know, do you think it's worth him coming back, and do you think he'll mess up the chemistry of that team then?
He will mess up the chemistry. He will. I mean, it's 82 games. You know, for overseas new players like Stuckey. Who
stepped up.
Yes.
He's played very well since he's been there.
Right.
You know?
And he does come back off the bench, you know. Sometimes it's not about starting, it's about just fitting in. So you want to come play back PG-13, just come off the bench, man. Just fit in where you can. It's still your team. But for this year, I would come off the bench, man. Just try to fit in. It's a good season. They'll be my team again.
But with that injury, do you think is that he should come back, Mustafa, or you think he should continue to heal? I mean, they're 7th AC. They're not taking no championships.
Well, they have to activate them before the season's over in order to go in the playoffs. Am I correct? Right. So my thing is that why not bring them back? If you decide to use them, that's your option. You know what I'm saying? If it's a drastic moment or a thing where you feel that he might be able to make a difference, but I would activate him and get him started. You know, just like you said.
Yeah, right, small move. Yeah. Right.
Just like you said, or maybe off the bench. If you don't need him, you don't need him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
have him active. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good look.
Control his minutes.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
Yeah, have him active. Let him get a few little sweats up and down the court. Right. You know, see what he can do. You know, don't stress him though. Don't stress him.
Would you let him play the season and not play in the playoffs? Like deactivate him during the playoffs?
But I think he should play maybe a couple of regular season games before he gets to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have that rust there, so let him try and get some of that rust out before the playoffs start. You don't want him coming to the playoffs stumbling and bumbling.
That's what I'm saying. Let him get a little sweat.
Yeah.
Let him get intensified sweat, not just a workout sweat. There's a difference. You know, you competitive sweat mean like you put all your energy in for a short period of time, but don't have them overdo it. That'll give a person confidence too, I believe. You know, to get some of the biggest things after a major injury like that is just knowing that you made it back that far. It's a great confidence booster. You know, like, okay, I did the therapy, I did everything. Now you're touching the court, and it's like it's a different feeling. Now it can even do one or two things. It can make you say in your mind that you're ready, or psychologically say that you're not ready.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
We all athletes, so you know how it was when we got hurt. We got hurt. It was important for us to be able to come back and perform, and so it's a psychological thing.
But a lot of times when you working so hard on that one injury, you compensating that left foot. So it's your right ankle.
Yeah.
You're building your right ankle up, your right ankle up, but there's so much stress on that left ankle trying to get that right ankle together. So a lot of times hey, players get hurt. You're going to get hurt.
Yeah, that it is.
You can't stop injuries. Injuries are part of the game.
Part of the game.
You can't pay half speed. You gotta pay full speed.
Like some of our internets around here, cable vision. No, I'm just half fast. You know what I'm saying?
Well, moving on to football news, though, there's always signings every day, signings each week. We had some big signings last week. DeMarco Murray going to Philadelphia, along with Ryan Matthews to the Eagles. Those are two damn good running backs. At first, we didn't know if Chip Kelly would know what the hell he's doing, but it looks like he is, though. Yeah. I don't know about the Sam Bradford thing, but maybe he knows something about Sam Bradford that we don't. I don't see him taking that kid in
Mariota?
Yeah, Mariota as a quarterback in the first round. I don't see him even trading up for that. I think he really is going to go with Sam Bradford. And
Tim Tebow?
No, they gave him a try, but they told him to go home.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was hoping he cut it.
Nah, they gave him a try and told him to go home.
It might be Mark Sanchez.
I can't see
I mean,
that.
but why would you want to cut it? Tebow's a dedicated player.
Tebow's not a player.
You don't think so?
Tebow's a football player, but he's not a quarterback.
He's not a quarterback.
You know what it is? Tebow's just like Christian Leitner. He's a great collegiate player.
Nice, yeah.
He's a great collegiate player. He's not a good pro. He'll never be a good pro. He had a moment when he played with Denver at the time when they beat Pittsburgh. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, like you said,
That's a good one.
He's an NFL player. He's not a quarterback.
He loves the game, though. You know,
Yeah.
I know he has
Yeah,
a
no,
passion for-
listen, he has a passion for the game.
That's what I said. I kind of would give him a shot. Maybe use him an option quarterback or something like that. You know, the way what's his name, Ryan, my coach now for the Bills. I don't know what.
Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan. But the way Ryan used him shouldn't have been the way that he should have been used. To me, honestly, you put it in an obvious situation where you know it's going to be an audible. That didn't make sense. I think if they would have, ran him a little bit more, even as even let him play fullback a little bit. I think he has.
What is he, a fullback or quarterback?
He's a
running
He's a
quarterback.
multitasker, Kev.
He's not a multitasker.
He's a
He's got
multitasker.
no accuracy. He can throw the ball, but he throws the ball with no accuracy though.
Well, I mean, as an option, maybe he could do it. But listen, honestly, if he wants to play the game, he has the kind of temperament that I would love to see him fit in some kind of way.
You know where he's gonna be fitting inside the booth.
Yeah, he's doing college
I
football.
don't know, man. Because
College
I
football.
don't know Hamlin. Because if you get there, he's out of the booth.
Well, that's not
Once
a story.
again, Tebow's getting
That's
cut.
not a story.
That's is that going to be right to Tebow?
Tebow got followers. He's like my man, the follower from the follower. I don't know if
He's the
y'all watch that.
Kanye of football.
Yeah, no.
He got the phone.
He's a follower though. He's got the religious thing going on.
Right.
People like him. You know what I'm saying? He's a good guy.
Swagger?
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So possibly something like that. Though.
That's a little
But,
inside joke
yeah.
we had.
You know? But like I was saying, the thing with Chip Kelly though, in the signings of the Eagles, maybe they're making some good moves. Being that DeMarco Murray left, and I'll let you talk about that for a minute, and y'all pick up McFadden, that's just some insurance policy. But for all that's in the making, I guess it looks like homeboy could be moving that on down to Dallas. And you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Who am I talking about?
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson, AP. You know what I mean?
They'll really make your
Hey,
play
Pete,
a room like that?
Well, listen, it's funny how I just walk into that segue there, but there's this app called Sports Break just announced that AP supposedly requested a trade to the Cowboys, so that remains to be seen.
But what is that? But what does Minnesota want for him though?
Well, let's put it this: if we Minnesota, what do we want? You want number one pick, want 1 and a 3?
You're not going to get a 1.
Is
Nobody's going to get a 1 no more.
Is
They
Minnesota
don't do
looking
that
like
no
a
more.
bargain? Is Minnesota treating them like a bargain chip, or they treat them like a conflict of interest? That's
No,
what I want to know.
Actually, I think Minnesota still wants him, but I don't think he wants to be there.
Because I
Right.
think if he doesn't want to be there, so then I don't look at him as a bargaining chip situation. You might try to get what you can get and just unload and try to rebuild.
Maybe get a third round.
I say you get a third, maybe the 4th round, third or 5th round pick for him though. You know what
I
I'm
give
saying?
him a 3rd round pick.
Plus some money.
Swap a 4th round pick in next year's draft, like that.
Yeah, good.
I got my slot. I think we just change slots as far as like draft
Because
orders.
the value for running backs has dropped tremendously,
I
tremendously.
mean, for others, except AP.
Except for AP, you
Except
know what I'm
for
saying?
AP,
Except for AP. I
AP.
mean, there's a handful, you know what I'm saying? AP,
Right.
Marshawn Lynch.
You don't think he depreciated market wise a little bit? He haven't played in a year. He had a little negative publicity. You understand what I'm saying? The year before that he was hurt. He had a little injury. So you don't think there's some kind of downside
Right,
to the
that's
franchise?
well, that's why I'm saying you're not going to get a 1. That's why I'm saying maybe you get a 3 and a 5 for the simple fact that the last 2 years have been not so Adrian Peterson years, so to speak. Though well, last year he didn't play, so we can't count that.
Well,
And the year before he was hurt.
how we say in the cyber world, AP friendly.
Right. Yeah. But he's still one of the top running backs in the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If Cowboys get AP, it will lessen the hurt of losing DeMarco Murray.
Right.
Well, I want to keep personally,
Well, was you willing to give DeMarco Murray the money that he wanted though? Being that he's never been healthy until really last year was his first full year of staying healthy.
Well, Murray came out and said that, if Cowboys came close to his price range, he would sign. He got
Right.
$8 million Offer him 6.5. You know, maybe 7. You could do it.
Do you feel he was disrespected to a degree by the Cowboys organization, though?
I think the Cowboys
Or slighted? Let's not say disrespected. Okay, let's say slighted and not. He wasn't shown as much respect as he should have been shown.
See, my thing with the Cowboys is that perception-wise, if the Cowboys was a passing team, I don't understand. The man had over 400 yards, 400 touchdowns, I should say. Just because other teams are passing the ball, don't mean that that we should just give up on running game because the league is more pass friendly.
Right.
But we're more of a run game. We're not a passing team.
But I mean, look at the team that's been to the Super Bowl the last 2 years, and that's the Seattle Seahawks.
Right.
They're a run-friendly team. They're not a passing team. They're a run-friendly team.
Look at New England.
Same thing. As much as they pass, they run the ball.
They ran it. Right.
Let me tell you another thing about that. People say around the league, and you hear in the barbershops or what have you, that he had that kind of year because of Dallas offensive line. Almost anybody could maybe not have the production he had as far as the breaking the Emmitt Smith record and all those 100-yard games back to back. You put a pretty good running back there, and they'll still have somewhat of the same accomplishments. What do you think about that?
Well, here's my assessment. You and I, Ken, right now, all wearing glasses, right? Our vision, our vision all the same?
20 years ago, we wasn't wearing these.
This is just for reading. This is just for reading.
Everybody has good vision.
Right.
So who to say that you put anybody behind that line and have good vision like DeMarco Murray has?
Right.
Mine's different from yours different from Kenny. It's all different right now. I don't believe in putting anybody behind that old line and let's go. I don't believe in that.
Right, I agree with you.
That's a good analogy.
No, but you have to have time.
That's an excellent analogy.
And listen, he hit the holes right, and he was a big back too.
And always falls forward.
And he's long.
Right.
That was his only problem because he was so damn long. He held the ball up high, so he was able to get stripped a lot of times too. Though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, if his only downfall was, he gave up the ball maybe once every other game though. But for all what he did though, that's okay though. You can give up the ball every other game though. You can live with that.
I think the Cowboys got sour on him when he had a fumble against Green Bay in the playoffs. He only had 5 fumbles throughout the whole season. With 400 plus carries. That's not bad at all right there.
He's going to do well in Philadelphia's offense.
Yeah, I'm a DeMarco Murray fan.
He's going to do well in Philadelphia's offense. Plus, they got this kid, Ryan Matthews, who really doesn't stay healthy neither, but he's good. He split at the Chargers last year.
Darren Sproles still there.
Darren Sproles still there. So,
and you know what? The Eagles run the ball.
They run the ball.
A lot.
A lot.
Like, people think
they're
not a team. They're not a
Well,
team.
they run plays, so quick, though, every 11 points, every 11 seconds towards that, 11.2 seconds, 10.5 seconds, whatever. But they running plays, though. It's 8.2 seconds they run a play, every 8.2 seconds. So they running plays, and they run the ball a lot, though. Run the ball a lot.
Getting back to when we was talking about, Cowboy running backs, I just want to talk about, you heard about Herschel Walker releasing a new book now, right?
No.
Oh, he has a new book. And I'm just saying that because we only talked about, Cowboy running backs and stuff. And, Herschel was one of the most known, you know what I'm saying?
College player.
Yeah, great college player, pro, and everything like that. Well, I didn't know that he suffered with dissociative identification disorder. It's more or less known as multiple personalities. That he had that, you know what I mean? Being that you said that, I don't know if it's football related or anything like that, but we always talk about, we like to bring up the past as well as the future, but they discuss that. So, and the reason why I brought it up is because, the Cowboys didn't really treat him. For a while they had him, but then after that they shipped him out like any other running back. Kind of like DeMarco Murray. You could perform for the Cowboys, and then next year later be playing somewhere where you didn't really understand how that happened.
He played 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 tops.
Right.
So he traded to myself like 1,500 picks.
Yeah, and he was like the top franchise coming out that year.
He was the team.
Yeah.
At the time, running hard.
Well, Jimmy Johnson knew what he was doing at the time. We didn't really think he did.
Right.
He definitely knew what he was doing at the time. All these guys with these guaranteed money and these contracts. What do you think about that? I was listening to this thing about Jerry Reese and the Giants, and he says that he really you think it's a bad idea for teams to give guys guaranteed money. You know, Reeves got a lot of guaranteed money. Donaldson Sue got a lot of guaranteed money. But they're exceptional all-stars though. They're game changers though. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what it is. Right. They're not you know, solid players
right.
or replacements or fill-ins, or journeyman type ball players. So that's what a new level of players in the NFL.
Right.
And Reeves is a businessman, by the way.
Definitely. He's the one who get away with it all the time.
Yeah. Every 2 years, I'm out.
Every 2 years, I'm out. There you go. You can't blame him.
It's a brutal sport, man.
You can't blame him.
Who's that? Darrell Reeves?
Yeah. And he's the best. He's the best at what he does, though. You know what I'm saying?
He's better than Sherman.
Definitely. Definitely.
More Sherman's better than
I don't even know.
He's not better than Reeves.
But I mean, he wasn't the key to winning that game, though, with all due respect. I'm not trying to sound like Darrell Reeves. I'm not trying to sound like a Reeves hater.
Not
like that,
And the reason guys scored on him during the Super Bowl, he got picked off by the umpire. But he's a valuable player to anybody and a strong asset to anybody's team. And he's gonna make the Jets better. The Jets are gonna be better with Cromartie back there. Jets got some top-notch signings, man.
It was good on paper.
You got Marshall.
It was good on paper.
Yeah, no doubt. You got Marshall. You got the Gilchrist, like you said. The secondary looks strong, man. With that front,
Reeves, Cromartie.
Gonna be a problem.
You did resign David Harris, is it? Got him back.
They're gonna be a problem, man.
And ahead right now, they're talking with OC for depth. You and Euro.
Really?
Yeah. That's right.
How much more money they got to spend, man? They need to stop.
You got a lot of money, man.
Did they ever really spend money in the beginning of the
Right,
Jets?
exactly.
They got a lot of money.
They got a lot of money. Speaking of spending money, though, the Bills spent a lot of money on Charles Clay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurts you guys.
Yeah. Well, it does hurt because, but we did pick up Jordan Cameron.
Right.
So it's a flex thing, but the thing with Cameron though, he suffered from concussions though last year. So we got to see how that works out though. But there was actually just too much money for Clay though.
Yeah, and Bill knew that.
And they knew that, so he gets $20 million guaranteed, $38 million, $20 million guaranteed. We couldn't do that though.
Look at him and Percy over there.
They got him, Percy. They got the kid, the speedster from last year.
Right. Rookie.
I'm a little bit out of date. We're supposed to have a quarterback challenge coming up too, I believe. Right?
Well, who y'all picked up? Castle.
Castle, yeah.
Castle. But I think EJ Emanuel will be ready this year.
I want him to be. I want EJ in there.
Yeah,
I want him in.
I think he's ready.
I think now he should have learned enough to the do's and the don'ts on playing the game. He's a pocket guy and he can throw.
Right.
He has accuracy. He can go down.
Well, with a Rex Ryan team, all he wants you to do is manage the game. That's why they picked up Fitzpatrick. No. Jets picked up Fitzpatrick.
Jets picked up Fitzpatrick.
But that's why they picked up Castle because he can manage the game.
Yeah.
You run the ball.
But if Rex gonna come in with the key that we need a defensive restructuring, then
he's not doing it. He's gonna make your defense even better.
Yeah.
Well, because Schwartz was a damn good defense coordinator.
Very good.
But I think Rex is a little better.
We just think
wasn't too bad. Yeah, it was fantastic.
That's what I'm saying. We was fantastic. When I say it like that, I mean the downgraded. But I'm just saying to myself that again, I say it all the time. Our offensive line can't hold up. And if we can focus on that, our defense spends too much time on the field.
Well, y'all signed somebody on the offensive line, a kid from
we picked up a tackle
from Seattle.
Yeah.
So they got Incognito.
They picked up Incognito too, right?
Yeah.
Listen, Rex Ryan's a pretty good coach, man. He might have had his time. He might have had his time in in New York though with the Jets.
That was the guy that was yelling, right?
Oh, Incognito. Incognito's a pretty good player.
I'm just saying, I like him to be the bully for my team.
You need those. You don't need to be a bully in your locker room though.
Not the bully in the locker room.
But he's a bully on the team.
We
though.
need to be a bully. Harass people.
I had no problems with him though. I liked him though.
Yeah, I like Rex too.
Yeah,
I'm struggling with it. I'm struggling.
You shouldn't.
I'm struggling.
You shouldn't.
I'm struggling.
You shouldn't. Rex is a player-friendly coach, and the Bills are going to be much better this year. The defense is going to be just as good, and they made moves for the offense to step up.
Marone jumped out
So-
kind of early. But listen, I'm gonna put my faith in
Bro
Rex.
played himself though.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I got no job right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's assistant somewhere.
And Bills would be better off with Rex Ryan than they would with Marone.
That could be another serious. Why would you jump out like that? Yeah.
You know what? You get that from your agent though. Your agent telling you what you're going to get out in the field, what you're going to get, and you didn't get no job. You get
He got an assistant
what's he,
job, right?
Yeah, he's an
Yeah.
offensive coordinator for
Somewhere.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, at least he's in a warm state. The thing
Tax free, I guess.
Tax free, right?
Speaking of long sleeps, how about this kid Darren Sharper though? You know, long-time NFL safety Darren Sharper was one of 3 men indicted on rape charges in New Orleans back in December.
Yeah, date rape, drug.
So he pleaded. So what happened, Steady?
He pleaded?
Yeah, he got a plea deal
Wow.
on five different states.
Damn. That means that pretty much it consistently happened.
No, you're right. And, you know, and the funny part about it, we was watching this guy on NFL Network. You know what I'm saying? He had a decent job. You know what I'm saying?
Had
He
own
was-
segment.
He was a good player.
Yeah.
Why would you do that, man? That's a
Super Bowl
sickness.
champion, right?
It's
With the New Orleans Saints, yes. Yes.
It's being
They
emotionally
beat the Colts.
disturbed. He's a disturbed person.
Really? Is that what it is?
That's the only way it could be. Why else would you go out, raping women? Raping and doing something like that. It's not a crime of economics. Meaning, like he's not. I guess robbing a
Right.
bank or anything. This is a crime of passion. So it's got to be some kind of social imbalance.
Right. It ain't one,
Yeah.
two.
You had about as much as 5 women come and talk, but rumor is we don't know how long this has been going on. You know what I mean? So it's like the Dave Megan situation. We didn't know that he had this animalistic
Dave
with him.
Megan,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's
Dave
kind of
Megan.
similar. Except that Dave Megan was like violent when he did it, and apparently he got violent with one person after the person confronted him. Like, he got a little, and that's what really brought the attention more to him was that. But I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. He blew everything with that. How much time they talking about with him?
Not really.
He didn't see no time
Yeah,
yet.
say time yet.
He didn't see no time, but he had a plea deal in 5 different states.
If he copped a plea deal in 5 different states, we might not see him for a while.
What a question.
Yeah, we might see him. And they probably,
Let's say he faces charges in Los Angeles, New Orleans, and Phoenix.
Okay.
yeah.
So,
And then,
and Las Vegas also. So I don't
That's
know.
4 and 5,
I don't know
yeah.
what the 5th state is though.
Right.
But damn.
yeah. Well, think about it. Think about it. I mean, if he closed this now, that probably leaves the options for people to come forth because he's serving time or whatever. But this could be more. I mean, I don't think that this is something that's just going to rest easy. You know what I mean? And it's sad that the NFL has to even address it. Especially when he's not playing. You know what I mean? But you was employed. And it kind of allowed the NFL, put the NFL on the spot to do more screening and challenge. But how can you screen for something like that? Some of these people live dark lives that you don't even know,
He's going in, and Rick Caruth's coming back out in another year or two.
Who?
Rick Caruth.
Rick Caruth,
He did 18 years already.
he did 18 years.
All right.
God. Dog,
He'll be home in another 2 years. No later than 2018, he'll be home. Might come home with 2017. Ray Caruth, that's right.
Wow.
That's right. But he's done, though, Ray Caruth.
He's done.
Yeah, he's done.
He's done. Of course, well, he should be. He should be.
He's done.
And he's not going to have anything to do with the NFL.
Well, not a real question. I mean, he got money. It was been his
You still
first.
think he got money?
I mean, at that time, listen.
All that money's going from him.
But he messed up.
Doing them damn attorneys and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you ain't got no money after you deal with them attorneys, man. You trying to plead deals and all that stuff.
He lost 2 lives, man. The baby and woman you got pregnant. With her family now, it took effect of pain right there, man.
And then you have what they call civil suits too, that will probably take a great portion of that money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Civil suits, and thank God now with the Son of Sam law, you can't write a book to kind of recoup your money. So it's just heinous, man. It's crazy.
Even Greg Hardy, new cowboy,
Yeah. Well, that's why he only got. That's a good pickup for you. I forgot all about
He's
that.
great. That's great.
That's a great pickup. That's a great pickup. But they only got a 1-year contract.
Yeah, none
Because
of
of the situation, though,
None
right?
is guaranteed. None of them is guaranteed. His money is based off incentives. 10 sacks, 12, 13, 15 sacks. You play him out of games. Like that. But none of them is guaranteed.
Man, with less than 10 minutes left, what else you guys want to talk
One
about?
more thing I want to talk about in the NFL. This young kid retiring after 1 year.
Oh,
for
yeah.
San Francisco 49ers.
Walden?
Yeah.
That's
What do
scary,
you
I
think
guess.
about that?
I mean,
A lot of people think, like, I listened to quite a few talks shows this week, back and forth. A lot of people called it, the man had, strong courage, and some people call him being a quitter, though.
No, that's better.
He led the team in tackling, played well. I guess he just figured it's not what he wants to do.
From being a non-starter, led the team tackling. I agree. This is the truth of the matter. He had 2 or 3 concussions from high school up until college in pro. What he did was he went to a physician to get like a evaluator of his brain, and the results were inconclusive.
wow.
That's what it was. They needed more testing, so that scared him off. So you know what? I'm done. That's what it was. So he already had 2 or 3 from high school on to pros. Went on his way on his own to get evaluated on his own, and the results were inconclusive. So that scared him off. You know what? It was inconclusive. Then I'm going to just retire and get up where I'm ahead. But this is not like 1, 2 concussions and I'm going to quit. He had multiple concussions throughout his career.
Well,
He enough to be an NFL ball player.
Okay.
Which is a big thing because
Right.
I had God bless Mr. Harris, and you remember when I was working, we had Dan Harris, the big tall black man, his son.
Okay.
His son Jonathan Harris.
Okay.
It wasn't a concussion, but he sustained a major foot injury, and he was highly talked about with John Madden. Jonathan Harris, he played for Virginia State at the time, and he was like the top defensive end coming out. He was highly recruited. John Madden even talked about him when he played the 1 year with the Eagles, number 99. Broke his foot, had the possibility of coming back, opted not to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because they were saying, well, we don't know if your foot going to heal properly and whether or not if you break this foot again, whether or not you could come back and play. So, there's people, if you have other options to walk away from the game, the fact that you said that you played in the NFL is a major accomplishment.
Well, you know what? It's just that so many people are trying to make it to the NFL, and who knows what this kid's background is. He did graduate from Stanford,
Right.
correct? So
Right.
he's got a degree.
Yeah.
He can do other things.
Mhm.
And a lot of times what happens there is that, a lot of inner city kids, it's their way out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The guys that, been well off, lived in houses, they play the sport, they play for the love of the game, but they play for other things and they can do other things.
Right,
Guys that come from where we come from, this is their way out.
right.
So they call guys like that quitters, and how could you mess up this opportunity? And they're only thinking that, listen, you can only make so much money for a certain amount of time in the NFL, because the NFL stands for not for long. You understand what I'm saying? So, when you can make $20, $30 million in a 5, 10 year, 6 year period,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And if he's
you take the chance.
Yeah.
But in the process of you taking that chance, look how many NFL players have been messed up with concussions. They can't walk, they can't talk.
Listen, the guy from the Bills, the very first play, he was like the #1 draft pick coming to the Bills that time. That defensive player on the kickoff return, he broke his neck.
Yeah.
Very first play of the game. So these things is not you're not guaranteed anything in the NFL. And if you have the smarts or something and you can make that little bit of money and walk away and do something, I welcome you.
Let me ask you this, Dad. I mean, our kids are much older now, you know what I'm saying? You have this little son. I don't know if you want. The way the NFL and how physical the game is, do you want your kid to play football? Would you encourage him to play football? I mean, there's other sports, the safer sports like basketball, baseball. Baseball is the safest sport.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, you can still get messed up in basketball, but football is a very physical sport. Though it's the #1 sport in the country, though. Would you, as a parent now, raising up a young kid, going through white and all that, would you allow your son to play
For
football?
that person, because I want them to do what they want to do, and I'm not gonna scare them off because as years go on, it's more serious, it's more I would say
It's a physical,
more
brutal
normal
sport,
than
though.
usual than we was coming up.
Yeah, well, it went from fun to a highly competitive sport, business-wise.
Right.
Yeah.
But now they got all kind of things now where they teach you to tackle right. They, you know,
Head start program.
Head start
But you see, the problem is when the
back then
NFL,
we played though, it wasn't like
it
that.
wasn't like that. Yeah, you got the head slap and all.
It wasn't like that though. You know,
Yeah.
now they
But I
teach
mean,
up-
what football? When I played high school football, go Tigers. That was fundamental. When did the NFL get away from that? Like happened, I think it was when Jack Tatum started hitting real hard, and Ronnie Lott came and they changed the whole perception of the game for tackling and hitting, make that ball come out.
Well, you know what? You intimidate your opponent.
Yeah.
You don't want your opponent crossing the middle no more. You don't want your opponent carrying that ball too much no more. You want him thinking about when he's carrying the ball or when I'm catching the ball, how hard am I going to get hit crossing this middle, and how hard am I going to get hit running through this line?
I'm gonna tell you a true story. Years ago, Kenny's brother Anthony came to my doorbell. My mom answered the phone. His brother opened the door. She goes, "Hey, you know Anthony?" She goes, "Mr. Cunningham, I want your son to play football, play quarterback for a football league. Wasn't even high school, football league." She said, "Your son is real good, you know, this, that, and the third, whatever he said." My mom said, "Listen, Anthony, he can play any sport he wants, but my son not playing football. He can play soccer."
Yeah, see, that's
This is like early '80s.
That's what I was asking you. Does a situation like this being we got soon as going to wrap this up real quick. But with this decision from this kid, does that scare parents away from their kid wanting their kid to play sports?
No, not at all. I mean,
not sports, but football, like you know.
It's a different aspect. I look at it this way. It's got football again. It's got to be something that you love.
Right.
It's like boxing. You
Passion.
know,
It's passion
it's
for
a
the sport.
passion for the sport. If you lost your passion for the sport, go. You understand? Look at Raffman. Raffman made all that big accomplishment. Went to medical school. Well, you know, you're forgetting about some people went on to lead productive lives outside of football.
Right.
And if you can do that, you can make that established. And again, he probably didn't have the economics as most black or urban, you know, players would have. He didn't have that economic standpoint. If you have that in your background, why not?
But that's where you have to go have that plan B too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The problem is with a lot of us is that we don't have the plan B. You know what I'm saying? That's what I have to say.
In the city.
In the city.
On that note, we've got to get out of here. We'd like to thank Chill Lover Radio.
Chill Lover.
Chill Lover Radio. Who else we got here?
We got
Pasqua.
Yeah, Dr. Pasqua. System by Shorty's Design. And of course, Crazy Poor.
Who's this?
Crazy Poor. That's my cousin Scotty. He started his company and
Nice.
he's doing pretty well.
Congratulations.
And it's catered bartender services, mobile bartender services for catered events. They got the big thing coming up, Bronx Day in Georgia, and they got the domes. And if you have some function down there, you need bartender services, go look up Crazy Poor on Facebook. That's Crazy Poor on Facebook. Scott Howard.
Yeah, and check us out on Verizon and Optimum TV, channel 64. Channel 64 for Verizon, right?
No, 68.
Channel 68 for Verizon and 34 for
Bronx Net.
Bronx Net.
Well, anyway, listen, we get ready to go. So, because we out of time.
Go Georgetown.
All right, y'all have a good evening.
We out.
All right.
Peace. Yeah, but that's scary though with the football now with the kids though. With these kids. You ever watch that show that comes on?
Though, as far as security.
You ever watch that show that comes on Esquire with the kids?
Yeah, Titans.
The Titans, yeah, the little Titans though.
Yeah, watch that.
What?
That's
podcast.
okay. That's very intense.
Yeah, that's intense.
That's
That's on another level.
That's another level.
Listen,
of
man,
football.
I seen guys playing high school and I'm quite sure in sports, they careers got damaged playing in high school. You understand? You know, for you to make it to the pro level to play, that's something that a guy like me would be like, yo, that's a dream. But when you have to get up every day, every in the morning, I remember being in high school football camp. We upstate, I'm having cramps in my legs. I wanted to quit. I was like, damn, this is what this is all about. We up there for a week. We hitting 3 times a day. We up at 6 o'clock in the morning jogging. Eat breakfast. 8 o'clock, we out there hitting. Full pass.
Oh yeah.
Come back out there noon. We go to breakfast, take that. We do stretches. 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we come out there evening. Full pass. We hitting again. Okay. By the time 6 o'clock come out, we out there helmets and shoulder pads. You understand? And the only thing I kept on saying to myself, man, dang, every day you have to work at your craft. You know, it gets kind of lonely if you're doing that. You don't really have a social life other than what the football environment is. So a lot of people might get up that's not that kind of lifestyle. You know what I mean? That constant training. Football is the most rigorous sport. You got to train day in and out, lifting weights.
Well, that goes for any sport, basketball, what have you. But football is a little more physical, though.
Yeah.
Just to be the best that you can be at, any sport that you're at, though. That goes with anything.
They was talking about. We was talking
and there's
about.
no more 2 days in football like they run through the camps and stuff like that. No.
Yeah.
They don't do that no more because of the play and because of the concussions and stuff like that. Because of the health of the players.
Exactly.
Better awareness.
I was listening when Herschel Walker was talking about, again with the thing, and it was a very good story, man. Big shout out to him putting out that book. Besides his condition, but I mean, he was talking about the regiment that he worked. He said he would wake up in the middle of the night, can't sleep, and just go out to the tree bark and start doing about 500 to 1,000 pull-ups.
Oh yeah, man.
And then just go back to sleep again. So 5,000 sit-ups.
Football plays are very intense.
It's intense, man.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be intense to play that sport, man. Play any professional sport.
Yeah.
Not just football, any professional sport.
Any professional sport. But what I would like to see a lot more, young black athletes and urban athletes, not necessarily black thing, but I'm just saying economically urban kind of athletes. I would like to see them be able to prevail a little bit more in college before going into a grueling sport as the pros, is when it comes to football. You know what I mean? Get that education, get that fallback just in case. You may not need it, but if you have the fallback,
no, you're gonna need it.
yeah, you're gonna need it. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what you're doing it for. You know what I'm saying? If you a successful person like Emmitt Smith, I'm quite sure he never had to look for a job again. You know what I mean? So, Jim Kelly never had.
Certain players like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they still
like
get
that,
their
though.
structure inside the
Certain
NFL.
players like that, but the average NFL player only plays in the league for 2 to 3 years, though.
Yeah.
Yes, but look at this guy, Wesley Walker for the Jets.
He can't walk, he can't see, he can't remember.
But Wesley Walker?
Yeah.
And he was
Because of
already
concussions,
kind of
though.
blind. He was already kind of half blind in one.
He was blind in one eye.
Wow.
Supposedly half blind in one eye. But now, like they said, he get up, he can't remember things. He gets up, he can't feel his arm, he can't feel his legs sometimes.
Wow.
That's from,
That's constant years of concussion syndrome. Very serious kind of thing, man. Very serious. Boxers have the same problem too.
Any sport that you're constantly using your head and getting hit in your head, you know what I mean?
It's tough.
It's tough.
But you know what? It's crazy because if you try at this level to change the game, back from being a gladiator sport to a sport of football, will the fans accept it more?
Of course, listen, football's the #1 sport, and it will be for a long time. I mean, as far as being gladiator, like you said, but the football players now, they're faster, they're bigger, they're stronger than they were before in the past, though.
But the competition has changed.
But speed, you can't stop. Speed and physicality of these guys are different now with stop.
Well, think about it, right?
They're much faster.
Before you was allowed to make much more contact with the receivers. Now you can barely touch the receivers.
Well, you know what? Because they want to see more scoring in the NFL, though.
Yeah.
But they don't want to see constant. You can't. Receivers can't catch the ball.
But is it a scoring game or is it a safety net cap?
No, they want to see points on the board.
Yeah.
Just like baseball. They brought defenses in. They did something to the baseball so they can hit more home runs.
Yeah. Speaking of baseball, A-Rod with 2 home runs.
The second home run.
Second home run.
See, he's playing well. He's holding his own, though.
Yeah.
He's holding his own. Tanaka.
No pain in his
No
arm.
pain so far.
CeCe's looking all right.
CeCe's looking all right. He gained some weight. Not as bad.
Hey, go back and see him.
And Mets Top Gun with Tommy John, right? The Mets Top Gun.
Oh, yeah, he's back. Matt Harvey's back though. But
Yeah.
they lose 2 starters though too.
Yeah, there's another player going out for Tommy John syndrome.
That's tough.
For those who don't know, Tommy John is when, because of the constant throwing up the pitch, the elbow, a lot of times, just the bone that articulates with the elbow just rips right off the bone, or it slightly tears, and it's major surgery. You have to learn how to rotate again. It's involved.
Yeah, because you get like a certain ligament from somewhere else.
Yeah, it's like replacement surgery, and then they use cement the realignment. It's a very intel surgery. It's not done easily. And then the whole thing is to be able to get the person to throw that whip again, that rifle. So, but you know, it's just it's debilitating. Meaning, like you have to learn how to do pretty much your whole rotation over again. Throw takes a lot. You know what I mean? It takes a lot.
Every pitcher that's had is always out for at least a year.
Yeah, definitely. Exactly. Yeah. A year to 14 months, pretty much. They sometimes some of them come back in the middle of the season of the next season, the following year later. And then and then big shout out to Albert Pujols, his foundation for Down syndrome kids. You know, that's big.
His son suffers from
his son himself suffers from Down syndrome, so he has a personal experience with Down syndrome, and for him to actually start a foundation. I believe it's 20 different organizations that caters to the well-being of and the fitness of children with Down syndromes. He takes great pride in it, you know, and he often talks about him not having money back in the days. He said he used to hit limes as baseballs because they didn't have money for baseball. So for him to make that kind of money, to be the highest player, to come back and give to a tremendous kind of commitments to you know, Down syndrome, which a lot of people have Down syndrome kids in our state and our community and across the world. For him to be able to do something like that, I think that's big in football. That's major humanitarianism, you know. Big up to you.
Yeah, man. No doubt. You know, things when things hit home, you know what I mean. You don't realize that this can happen to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When it does, though, you know, you take. You know, but it's good that he's able to and has the money to do the things that he's done, though.
Boy, he has the money too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good when you see them do it. Like for instance, you had what's his name with the foot problem? Hill.
Oh, Grant Hill.
Grant Hill. You know, his foundation with oh man, give me a second to think about it. But he started a foundation because one of the kids, I think, is one of his kids have a handicap, and I leave it like that. And then his wife also had, I think, is myasthenia gravis, which is a form of muscular dystrophy. You understand? So you know, he took a lot of his money and used a lot of his travel time to promote projects for that. Okay, you also had Jim Kelly with his son that had I think it's Ricketts syndrome, where he did the same thing. You know,
science too.
Yeah, and Boomer Science, and so it's good to see, you know, that athletes do have a heart. Then the guy from Cincinnati, the children's cancer.
He just got signed again. You know, he signed up for a multi-year contract. So
wow, that's good. That's a great thing.
3-year contract. You know what I'm saying? It's $75 million, something like that. So.
Yeah, so you know when you get athletes that do, you know, humanitarian work like that, it's great. You know, Mutombo, you know, bringing food, you know, the world attention to world hunger in Africa. You know, you got a lot of players, man. That you know, players are humans too. I know. As a lot of people as fans, we might look at them. Some people might look at them as some kind of god, or they have everyday family lives too. And for them to take the time out they schedule to show a commitment to that way, I think it's tremendous, man.
Giving back.
Yeah.
It's all about giving back. You know what I'm saying? If I could, I would. You know, if I had money and if I was rich, I would give money to a sickle cell foundation. You know what I'm saying? My mother passed away from sickle cell. I'm a carrier. You know what I'm saying? My mother, my sister, we got the trait. We got the trait though. And that's something that, you know, that's deep, man. You know what I'm saying? When you got the money, you can do things like that. You do. You know what I mean? That's right.
You do it. You know, because you only come this way once. And what good is having the money if you can't make other people's lives better? Period. That's right. You know,
that's on some commercial stuff like that.
Yeah, man. But that's what we do. I mean, on the Block Sports Talk, we go above and beyond. That's what we've been doing for the past 5 seasons. Is that, you know, we're not only talking about sports. We get deep into it. You know what I mean? We could socialize with you on many different levels when it comes to sports. That's what's unique about our sports talk show. You know, so it's a good thing, man. It's a good thing. You guys want to talk about boxing for the last 10 minutes or something, or we
got no boxing though,
right?
Yeah,
last week was Jean Pascal. He fought Sergey Kovalev. It was a good fight on HBO. It was a good fight actually. Went both ways, but Kovalev too strong for him. Stopped him, I think, round 7th or 8th. It was a good fight.
They got a fight coming up next week on Channel 4, I think, and Garcia.
Oh yeah, Danny Garcia against Lamar Peterson. That should be a good
That
fight.
should be a pretty good fight, right?
That's good that they bringing it back to mainstream TV,
Yeah,
man.
Channel 2, 4.
Yeah,
They had a fight
7.
on Spike
Spike,
TV.
Spike and Fox.
Did Berto won last week?
Yeah, brother won. You'll see a lot more fights on free TV now. 2, 4, 7.
Why is that? Because of UFC?
No, because Al Heyman, he's like new Don King of boxing,
Okay.
and he signed like got over like 100 boxers. He got all the good ones, even Floyd.
Wow.
You know, so he struck a deal with ESPN, Channel 2, 4, 7,
Nice.
Spike TV.
Come
Nice.
on, man. Ain't nothing like
You know,
back in the days,
Wild
Wild
World
World
of Sports.
Sports, man.
Right.
You
Well,
know
so
what I'm
you see a
saying?
lot more, and each station will show 20 fights. Each station for the rest of the year.
Wow, that's crazy.
A lot of fights.
A lot of fights.
You know,
That's
because
good.
that was in the days when we was watching it, Wild World Sports, it was coming on in the afternoon. And now all of a sudden it's trendy to show a main event at night.
Right.
But before, main event
Right.
used to come on
You're right.
4:30.
Right.
Right, fight came on a Friday night.
The agony of defeat.
Right.
Yeah,
Agony of
yeah.
defeat. You know what I'm saying? Wild World Sports. It's right. 4:30 on a Saturday.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, that's
I hear that Floyd Mayweather's paying his cook $1,000 a meal.
Yeah, I heard him say that.
$1,000 a meal.
Right. Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Is he ever going to go broke?
No.
He would never go broke. You know what I mean?
He's still getting paid for old fights.
And he's got an
Yeah.
extreme gambling problem too. Though.
He always win though.
You lose more.
You lose.
You lose a
Yeah,
lot
that's
more
good,
than
but
you win.
he was his fair share.
If he doing like what I would call research or strategic betting, yeah. But if you go to Vegas and you playing the game of chance, it's very seldom that you win in the game of chance, like rolling dice and stuff like that.
No, well, he bets sports though.
Right,
Yeah.
He bets sports though. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's crazy. You know, they bet on like we was watching that thing for is this guy gonna make a pass? Who's gonna get the first penalty? Who's gonna get the first dunk in the game?
Oh yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna get fouled first? You know what I'm saying?
But for
What's
those
the score gonna be after the first quarter? You know what I mean?
we talking that Will Smith movie.
But yeah, gamblers bet like that. Floyd's got a whole lot of money though.
Yeah, he still can pay for old fights, previous fights, and De La Hoya fights.
Yeah, he's definitely a businessman. He didn't need Bob Arum. He didn't need none of them guys to sit there and play with his
For
money.
guys supposedly who can't read,
He's a smart businessman.
can't smart businessman.
He did what he wanted.
Yeah. You know, it's just, like you
It's
gotta
not
have
the same, right.
you gotta have
You gotta
somebody
get
there to read a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But the person that he probably
Well, he's
has
got
in
people
his
around
camp
him, of course.
is somebody that he probably put through the college and got them.
Of course, listen.
And yeah, we was talking about that. What would you do if you got that kind of money? We said scholarship funds and stuff like that. You put the best kid in college and have them come work with you. LeBron is successful at that too.
Well, LeBron's no dummy though. LeBron's always been pretty bright though.
Yeah, but what he did, that was fantastic. His trusted loved ones is like, yo, I'm gonna send y'all to school while I'm playing this thing, and they came out, and they got their degrees, and now they managing his enterprise along with him. So you gotta have them trusted people. Well,
you said the key word, trust it.
Yeah, that's just it.
Because everybody's after your money, and everybody will take your money. Everybody's stealing a little bit under the table in the process anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because you got so damn much of it done.
I think
But the key word is trusted.
you can steal a little bit, just don't get greedy. I'm not saying that I would do that.
And God, no, we'll all do that because you feel that you should get more than what you get because you got so much. And if you take a little bit under the table, and you know what, guys don't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. You wouldn't mind. You wouldn't mind. Okay, say I'm paying Theo 10 G's a week, but maybe he really deserves. He feels he deserves, 11 G's a week. See, another 1,000. So what? No problem. He's my man. Got his family. Da da da.
Right.
But then you get somebody else who's trying to get greedy, who's trying to get 20,000, trying to steal an extra 10,000 from you, or extra 8,000 from you, or we as opposed to that 1,000. That 1,000 is really nothing because we hanging out anyway. I'm hitting you off for that with that anyway.
And we're gonna spend more when we hanging out.
Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
But to be greedy, you know what I'm saying? No, because everybody's gonna take a little bit under the table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is.
Well, all right then. I guess we can finally cut it like we want to cut it.
No doubt. Gotta get ready for this game, dog.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll be focused on my Georgetown game pretty soon. Put my game face real quick.
No doubt. No doubt.
Be great stats coming up in this game, right?
Yes.
That gonna be going crazy taking them notes.
That's it.
Well, anyway, like we said, on the Block Sports Talk, check us out on the YouTube. Checking us out on the podcast. Check out the podcast at chillloverradio.net. Okay, you can check any one of our shows, www.dbnebmusic.com. You check out. You can always get in contact with us too. We have Theo Sports Homies. Okay, where you can ask him great questions. He's always putting great topics up. You know, we're all in this game, and we always watch it, and we always listen to the people who respond to us. So if you got a topic, just hit us up on the Block Sports Talk Facebook page, Theo Sports Homie page. Okay, Crazy Pro, if you're having any kind of festival, like I said, you need, bartender services. Bartender services always available. Just check out Crazy Pro on Facebook. And of course, Systems by Shorty Design. Go listen to the new Slammer that's going to be coming out during the WMC, which is next week. If you're down in Miami, big shout out to the WMC. So you want to hear how the system.
Hey!
Spontaneously.
Hey, everybody.
NBA, MLB, NFL, we got it all. On the block, sports talk. 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 Directed by Kenny Stafford.